You know, he said.
That's what you're doing right now.
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
And I'm not putting myself down.
Daryl said, Daryl came out of his mouth and said, I know I'm an ignorant black man. Is that how you see yourself? What you say out of your mouth. I don't have to say it. You done already said it.
Mm-hmm.
You done already said it when you opened your mouth. When you open your mouth.
Especially when you don't know what you're talking about.
When you don't know what you're talking about. Ignorance is
my thing is
what it is.
It is because if you don't know what you're talking about, you should listen. And
exactly.
You might just grab something. You might not grab everything somebody's telling you because you might not feel like you. But the part that you don't grab, you do research on. You listen and then you do research on the part that you don't grab. Because everybody don't know everything.
Opinion, but for the cause somebody...
No, not opinion. Not opinion. We talking about facts. When it comes to like
facts.
thinking that you are just as equal as a white man, it's a fact that we'll never be equal. It's a fact, baby. That's not an opinion. That's a fact. We will never, ever be equal. It's so many things that make us women. Let me just say real fast. It's so many things. Don't worry, they don't want to. Don't worry, baby boy. No, they don't want to. Because they already know they get way more opportunities. They get way more opportunities than we do. So they don't want to be. Trust and believe. They may want something.
They may want some of your know how they do. No, you don't. Because if you did, you want to improve on it.
They may want some of our qualities, but they don't want to be like us.
And you should want. Well, apparently you don't because you ain't trying to improve on a damn thing. Not a damn thing. Are you trying to improve on that ignorance? That's called ignorance. Don't take me to ignorant. You should. You should. You disrespect yourself. No, you disrespect yourself. You disrespect yourself, baby. And you're nobody. You're nobody. And as long as you keep disrespecting yourself, then anybody else can. Duh.
I just think that
my nephew.
I just think that you got to take the time out to do your research when it comes to history.
Who the hell do you? I mean, come on now.
You know, so that you would know exactly what it is that you're talking about, and that's anybody. If I don't know a whole bunch on the situation, I'm gonna shut the hell up because I know I need to maybe learn something. Maybe I'll grab something I can learn something from, and some of it I might can't get nothing out of. But at the end of the day, that's the truth. I mean, it is what it is. White men do run this thing. We ain't never had a black man yet that ran this stuff, and we'll never, ever, 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 ever be equal. Never.
Are we on?
Yeah, we've been on.
Oh, okay.
We've been on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're talking about, we was into a discussion about equalness. Okay.
From the black and the white. Are we
exactly.
equal to the white?
We all equal.
And we all equal. Andre thinks that we all equal. That's his
opinion.
opinion.
Because that's crazy.
That's his opinion. He has an opinion of thinking and feeling that we're all equal. As black people, and I know you guys out there are adults and mature adults as well, y'all know we'll never be equal. And I'm going to show you how much we won't be equal. How I was talking about earlier how they did the projects. They had projects. They had the Section 8 and the public housing. White people was getting to Section 8 way before blacks could even get Section 8. Blacks was stuck in the projects so they can all live close together. Because if you do that to us, pretty soon we'll all bicker and we'll beef and we'll fight and we'll kill because we're so damn close together that we can hear what the next person's saying through our house.
And you wipe each other out.
And you wipe each other out. And that's how it goes. Now, the white, on the other hand, and I'm not putting anybody down, and I'm not hating on the white people, but it's just a known fact that the whites, on the other hand, well, they were able to get housing, regular houses, and even offered to buy them houses if they wanted to. Well, we had a man who fought for us. I can't think of his name at this moment, but we did have a black guy who fought for us to try to get the exact same kind of rights, and that's why it was able for the blacks to be able to have those same rights and now have Section 8 as well as the whites, because we had someone that fought for us and said, this is not right. You can't, that's not fair to do that. You're putting all the white poor people in Section 8, but you're putting the black poor people in public housing. And you're putting, like again, I said again, you put them so close together and everything looks just alike for them to beef and battle every day. But you put the whites in a gray area. Well, it's not until some years ago that problem was handled, but at first it wasn't. It was no way in the world a black could even get Section 8. So when we say that we will never be equal, it is the truth, because if we were so equal, why didn't we have an opportunity as well? But we didn't. The whites did. You know, so the conversation we were having before even introducing the show, I am your host, Chandelier, and your co-host is Miss Jones. But it was going on, and I just felt the need to get it on in there because you guys love excitement here, and Lord knows it was something to give to you. However, my son, I am glad that he is trying to make himself aware of his history. I am proud of that. I just wish he would grab some more education from it because there's so many things that he just don't know that I feel like he really needs to know, and he'll need to see how powerful the white man really can be. No, in our minds, we want to say they ain't no better than us. That's what we want to say. That's our feelings. That's personal feelings, though. And in society, sure, they just as better than us, right?
The way I look at
society is different.
Society is altogether different. And are they better than us? Is there equal? Where's the equal? As I was trying to give an example, they just executed I believe the man's name was Leroy Davis. They just executed this particular man, and he was on death row. And even though the person that he was supposed to have killed, the family came, they spoke upon the matter, stating that this black man was not the man that killed their son, that killed their son. And other people's, the witnesses, that all 9 witnesses recanted the statements, saying that he was not even in the vicinity of killing this person at that particular time. He did not do it. With so much evidence, new evidence brought forth, the judge would not even hear it. He stayed what was to be the execution of it all. Then I went to the case of Casey Anthony, all right, which is the white woman who killed her little girl, and all this mountain of evidence, which was poorly produced, and evidence that was not produced, but enough evidence that was produced, and she walked away scot clean.
And we're equal.
Are we equal?
No.
No. Are we equal? No. And until, I feel, Miss Jones, my personal opinion, I feel until we as black people, in particular the black man, until we can come together as one and learn how to communicate, talk, and understand with each other.
And listen.
And seriously listen. Listen. We will never, ever be equal. We have to do work on our own selves, inside and out, all the way around the board. This is a very important issue. Self-evaluation of yourself every day. I do that because I want to improve on myself. Instead of getting mad at the black man or the Chinese man or the Korean man or whoever the hell they are, why not look and see what it is that they're doing that makes them successful all the way around the board? That is to include the family. That is to include the family.
And it still doesn't mean you're going to be half as successful as they are, but you can damn sure try to put your way up there and make something of it. But it takes listening to I noticed our young people, they don't want to listen.
They don't want to listen.
They think they know everything.
Everything. You don't want to listen. And that is one problem. That is a major problem in black society today.
Now I understand what my mom says when she was like, shut up sometime. You don't know everything.
Exactly.
Now I get it. I get it deeply. And you know what? Believe it or not, my 19-year-old will get it when he turns about 32. He'll get it and he'll realize what he said at 19 didn't even make no damn sense. Even if in his mind he really think it do, it really just doesn't. Now maybe what he's really trying to say is in his mind he's equal. They're no better than him. But society don't say that. In his mind he is. But that's not what society said.
And that's the truth. Because actually, if your baby's mama take you down to court, who tells you what to pay?
The white man.
The white man.
Who tells you when your ass gonna be released from jail? The white man. Who tells your ass how much you gonna pay for rent?
The white man. Who tells you if you even so much as get the property?
Right.
The white man.
And who your ass gonna pay even once you think you own it? If you still owe in the bank, you're not paying. The white man.
The white man. The white man.
I tell you one thing, don't pay your water bill. See how fast your home be up in the newspaper.
Exactly.
Right. Who does that?
The white man.
There you go.
All I'm saying is a little bit of work is called knowing your history.
Mm-hmm.
Take that time to do some leg work and go ahead and look into matters.
And I'm gonna say something too, really fast too. Mothers, take the time out, because I'm beginning to feel like maybe I should have took more time out to teach my kids history. Take the time out to teach your kids that, because the schools are not teaching kids Black history. How can a white teacher teach your goddamn kid Black history? It just doesn't happen. So therefore, we as women, men, strong parents better sit at the table and start teaching our kids some shit, or they're gonna sound and be
exactly
crazy.
History happens every day.
Mm-hmm.
And they gave us February, which consists of 28
days. They took that out, and now February
days.
Doesn't even feel like history anymore, because they just blew right past it.
Exactly.
It used to be a time when you would hear Martin Luther King all day long, and you would hear all others, all day long.
Yeah.
All this. You would go to TV, and there would be speakers. All that. Yeah. You would get all that on the month of February, but no more. No more. February just goes past, and it's like, oh, whatever.
And that history,
they should have did that.
History for people of color and for white, that's every day. Mm-hmm. History for Black is less than 30 days. When you live every day, every day you live until you die, up until the minute that you die. History is every day. Every day, and we need to get into it. Get our kids in it, and make sure they know about it, and work really hard. Because if you don't, they're coming up with their own opinions. They're forming their own opinions, and it's not the truth. Is that right? It's not the truth.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm learning tonight, like, wow, you know. So we really, really, moms, dads, be at the table, teach your kids Black history, make sure they know some things. They'll never know everything. You probably don't neither. Do research with your kids. Go on that computer if you have to. Dig in that book that you need to dig into, and teach these kids. And let them watch when they, even though they look at this. What'll come on? The Roots. But guess what time they put it on? 4 o'clock in the morning, so your goddamn kids don't see it because they in bed.
Wow.
See? So even when they show Roots, for your child to get a little education about something, and maybe yourself if you don't know, they show it so late at night that your kid is in bed, the wee hours of the morning. So your Black ass still won't be able to see it because they know you sleep. See what I'm saying? So don't wait for the TVs. Don't wait for the teachers. And damn sight, don't wait for them to learn it themselves. Give it to them, whatever you know. Give it to them, whatever you don't know. Do research, learn it, get it, give it to our kids. They need it. Maybe I should have did it more, and I'm here to tell you that. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, again, we can't wait for the teachers to do something for our kids. It's just not happening. They don't know. How can a white teacher teach your child something about Black history? She probably don't know herself, and damn sure wasn't taught it. Her parents didn't care about that. Probably didn't even like our asses.
Well, enlightenment, enlightenment. Let me go on this word, enlightenment. Enlightenment doesn't make you, a punk, or it doesn't make you less than it
makes you smart.
It makes you smart. You're able to open your mind up and hear what is being said, even if you don't understand it. Perhaps you may retain it. Retaining information at some point in time. It doesn't have to happen then. A situation can take place 10 years later. And you can start to make sense of what's going on because of enlightenment. Enlightenment happens every day.
And just because you're not getting hung and all that nonsense doesn't mean slavery is still not here.
Exactly.
Because Lord knows you can go to, like I was telling my son, you can go to Mississippi right now and you'll still see some nonsense about the race. You can go to Pennsylvania, the deep parts of Pennsylvania, and you can still see where they damn it used to do KKK used to be there.
Exactly.
You can still see all these things. So you can tell me it's over if you can still see it. If it was over all these years ago, we wouldn't have no notion of it.
Exactly.
But we have it because why? It's still here. It still exists, and that's why the KKK is still around.
Exactly.
Still around. Still around, marching their white asses around, and that's just why. And I'm not hating on the white people because I know all of them ain't bad people, and I'm not saying that they are. We are speaking on race right now, and that's why I'm giving it to you. I'm thinking that I don't have any problems with you white guys.
Well, I'll tell you like this: until we improve on ourselves as one, as individuals, all the way around the board, inside out, outside in, up, down, until we can even think about change, and change